God of War was one of the best and most critically acclaimed games of my childhood, so I was ecstatic when I finally got my PS2 so I could play it. I remember I went to GameStop, it was my 13th birthday, me and my mom were there, I grabbed the game, go up to the counter, we got the system, everything's about to happen, I'm about to finally have this game. And then the tall Asian dude working there was like, hey ma'am, I just want to let you know, this game is rated M for mature, which I don't feel like he had to tell her. I mean, maybe he was required to, but like, could have let that one slide, but it was fine. I was prepared for that. I really believed I could talk my way past that one. But then he proceeded to talk more like an asshole and was like, by the way, ma'am, it's rated M for mature due to nudity.
Why are you the way that you are?
Guys, I don't think you understand. My mom was one of the magic cards of the work of the devil moms, all right? It was a rough, I was already pushing my luck trying to get this shit happening. But then my mom did something I didn't expect. She laughed, smiled, shook her head, and was just like, don't let me see it. Swipe the card.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Bang! I was in that shit. Side note, should have expected it. I don't know how I didn't. My parents had really, at that point, stopped caring about what kind of content I was exposed to. Like, I remember my mom really didn't want me to watch American Pie 2, and then she went off and ran some errands, and my dad was like, do you want to watch American Pie 2?
Fucking right, doggy, give it to me.
But back to the point, God of War is an iconic series for so many reasons, from the combat, to the puzzles, to the movies I saw as a 13-year-old that made me say, look at me being so naughty. Though the best part of all it was clearly the story. The tale of the Ghost of Sparta not only seeking revenge against the god who is cursed into this hollow existence, but also seeking freedom from the painful memories of his own atrocities is such a good, meaty video game story. It is a great idea. The Greek mythology that they have put in this story just really saturates the entire environment. There's so many epic moments in this game. This is the fucking Odyssey of video games, all right? This is that shit. Homer, you ain't got shit on Kratos, all right? You ain't got shit on Sony America.
I love you.
There are so many moments in this game where you as a player get to just stand back in awe of what you're watching, whether that's looking at a giant god literally destroy Athens as you explore it, or having to climb the body of a literal titan to get to the giant death maze that's strapped on his back that the gods force some poor schmuck and his now dead family to build. Oh God, it's so good. But the best thing by far about this story was how simple it was. When I was a kid, my brain only ever saw like 3 varieties of video game stories. That's all it was perceiving. It was basically like save the princess and or bananas. There is no story here. This is all told through the environment, and the game is just here to be played. Just play the game, you stupid idiot. Stop asking for more. And 3, Japanese RPG madness. Now, I didn't care about any of it because I was just having a good time playing video games. I was having a great day. However, I can't sit here and say I didn't want a little more. I didn't want to like actually identify with a character and have a reason to root for them past this is the guy I'm playing as. But then this motherfucker comes along, he's like, hey, look, we video game characters are not as one-dimensional as you think, you stuck-up little shit. And he was right, all right? That was a bit of a hard sell for me initially because I wasn't used to my main characters having any semblance of a personality past a desire to save Hyrule and hook up with fish girls, you nasty bastard. He's a dirty boy, you know that. Now what made God of War's storytelling so special where there were so many other games that had failed to really capture my attention? Again, they kept it simple. See if you guys can follow along. You're Kratos, a power-hungry general who sells his soul to Ares in order to escape death. Ares then tricks you into killing your own wife and child to create a more perfect weapon for himself. After seeing what Ares is up to, the other gods are like, and they leverage your hatred for him to convince you to climb a titan, go into that weird death maze thingy, and get Pandora's box and use the power within to kill Ares. You now know everything you need to about God of War. Let's do this again, but and again, let's see if you can keep up. Final Fantasy X this time. You're a superstar athlete Possibly in the past, your dad definitely doesn't like you. One day there's a big storm, you get washed into possibly the future onto a foreign beach. And when you get there, you realize, oh, there's a cute priestess lady here, I like her vibe, I want to follow her and do whatever she's doing. Turns out what she's doing is fighting the literal embodiment of sin, which is basically a large whale. And you and the priestess lady make some smooches in the lights, some other stuff happens, you beat some guy with some Dragon Ball Z hair, and eventually you realize that sin isn't a whale, it's your dad, and you probably don't exist.
You've lost your mind. You've lost your goddamn mind, Charlie!
I have beaten Final Fantasy X 2 times, and that is as accurate a depiction of the story as I could give you. I would not vouch for the veracity of any of what I just said to you, except one, I know your dad is sin. That sounds like I'm calling your father temptation. He's sin incarnate. I want you, daddy. If you want further proof of the efficacy of simple storytelling, look no further than Dragon Ball Z. Alright, there's a reason that 75% of millennial males were like enthralled with this. You wanna know why? Because it's simple. The story structure of Goku not strong enough, Goku go get strong, Goku kick ass, Goku strongest there is so incredibly fulfilling and simple and consistent that we're just like, oh, this feels like home. This is nice. I like this. Now, why did I make this video? Am I saying that God of War was the only good story came up until that point and there were no good ones before? Obviously not. It's very stupid. What I am saying is that this story about a simple Greek boy opened my eyes to appreciate video games as a storytelling medium and made me start paying attention during those cutscenes that I had been skipping up until this point, let's be honest. And I'm so glad it happened when it did, because the next generation of games was right around the corner, and that held some of the most amazing story titles we have ever seen as gamers. So for all that you have done for me, Kratos, I just want to say a resounding thank you. You showed me the light. Alright guys, that's the video. Thanks for watching. I do have a little announcement, and that is that we're going to be adding a new video format into the mix. I'm going to start doing some reviews. We're going to be streaming the gameplay on my Twitch channel, ShelbyShow1, so if you want to come drop a follow and show some support, I'd love that. We're going to be doing something I'm very excited for. Resident Evil 8. I'm going to see how long I can survive with big, booby, scary mommy lady. I don't know her name, but I want to scream it. Comment down below, let me know what you thought. Follow me on socials, like, share, subscribe, all those dumb, fucking annoying things. But most importantly, and I feel like you might know the drill by now, but I'm gonna remind you, take care of that sweet baby angel butt so I can see you back here next time and we can have a little more fun together, alright? Get out of here, skedaddle, goodbye, I love you, oh my god, it's the best, we have a great relationship, bye.